Hi, I'm Megan Mullally Gore. Welcome to Sullivan 180's Take 5. I'm here today with Audrey Garro, the Executive Director of A Single Bite. Hi, Audrey. How are you today?
I'm well. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much. So it was a year ago that we touched base with A Single Bite. We were right smack in the middle of the pandemic, and you gave us a wonderful update on the tremendous work that you pulled off in Sullivan County. So tell us, how have you been the last year?
As you mentioned, since March of last year, when we were unable to present our educational programming, we also quickly realized that many young people and their families needed food. They just were kind of shocked with COVID, and so many families needed support by many organizations in the community who really rose to the challenge. Single Bite among them, partnering with other organizations, civic groups, food pantries, and especially the school districts across Sullivan County. What we have been doing and will continue to do is to provide prepared meals to families who are experiencing food insecurity. And there are sadly many families, especially with children, who are unsure about where the source is for their next healthy meal. Sometimes they have options which aren't so healthy. So we're really just trying to supplement their diets, and also to understand that time restraints and other responsibilities sometimes force families to make decisions about how they eat and when they're going to eat and what they're going to eat. And so we're really just trying to be there as a resource for our neighbors, and sneaking in a little bit of that nutritional education where and when we can with the menus, trying to let them know when local produce, local products are included in the meals, which reinforces what we were doing in the classroom, which is to teach kids about where their food comes from and to understand how making a nutritionally sound choice helps them to not only support others in their community, but to bring the entire health of the community up.
So not only have you been providing food, healthy food to families who are experiencing food insecurity, but you've really been still networking in all of the Sullivan County schools. So that's 8 school districts and BOCES,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
preparing for the next school year so that you can get back to your offering in the schools with the 7th and 8th graders. Is that right?
That's correct. We work with the teachers who are instructing family and consumer science curriculum. And what we designed is a 4-part program that supports what they're doing in the classroom, in everything from not only nutritional education, but also teaching young people about how their bodies respond to different types of foods, and even talking a little bit about the social aspects of eating, including where does our food come from, how is it prepared, and then when we sit down together to a meal, which is the final of our 4-part program, what it means to share in the abundance, especially in Sullivan County, of those local growers and those people who are raising food here. What that really means, to appreciate how it affects our bodies in a positive way, but also how it affects our community.
Okay,
Mhm.
so let's talk about your needs for this summer. You talked about volunteers. So, how can someone keep up on news, keep up on the need for volunteers, reach out to you, give us your website and contact info?
um, Please contact A Single Bite at asinglebite.org. People can call the old-fashioned way, 845-482-1030, or just email me directly. It's Audrey at asinglebite.org. Certainly, volunteer help is much appreciated. We are a not-for-profit. We do rely on grants and the contributions from local businesses and also from individuals. So if you're interested in helping us out, for every $5 that someone donates, we're able to provide a meal to a child in the community. And also, as we get back into our education program, we provide that program for free in partnership with the school districts. And as I said, are really proud to be working with Sullivan 180 to be a resource through the Healthier Generations program. And donations help us to get that program out into the schools as well. We're bringing samples of healthy foods. We are bringing chefs into the classroom, and then also taking kids on field trips to farms. And then we have that wonderful culminating experience of a restaurant meal to reinforce those positive food memories and to encourage kids to think about what they eat. And so we're so happy to be able to do the program, but we do rely on volunteers. We are always asking people to think about families that they know who may need help. That's another way that people can interact with a single bite. And then finally, I think to be an advocate and to encourage just a healthy lifestyle. We're all trying to do that, whether it's in 5 minutes of every day. But we're just so happy to be a part of the effort to improve the overall health of our community and make the Sullivan Catskills a better place to live for everybody.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before I let you go?
I think the only other thing that I want to say is just how grateful we are to those businesses, to those individuals, to the volunteers, scores of volunteers who are helping us, and to the Foster Supply family. They really keep us going. We're really so proud to be part of that organization. And
yes, absolutely. And I'll second that, because we have seen the tremendous work that has happened over the last year, even before the last year. And thank you, Audrey, for all of the work you're doing with A Single Bite. Thank you to Foster Supply Hospitality and all of their employees, who I hold near and dear to my heart. It really is a team effort, and it takes a village. So thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks for all you do.
Thank you, Megan.